Why is this happening to me? What is, there we go. Hello, everybody. There's like, I'm having issues with my settings. I don't know why. I never changed them, so I don't know what's going on. Hello, good morning. This is JLJ this morning. My hair is crazy, so I'm going to comb it live on air. Why not? Here's my family, my friends. I have no shame. No shame in my game. So I'm just I'm picking it out with my pick. Look how big my hair is. I pack it down for you guys because my hair is long. I have not washed it today. I don't wash it every day because it's just, I put conditioner in and stuff, but look how big that is. Isn't that crazy? I have a full-on fro, which I haven't had this big since the 70s. Well, like the 80s, early 80s. My hair. Look at my hair. Look at this. Look at all this. It's just, and I think it's probably longer if I can, as my seat falls. Look how big this is. Hi, Renee Valentine, like that name. Look how big my hair is. Isn't that crazy? I can't even fit it in the screen. And there's hardly any gray. It's hardly any gray. I'm very proud of myself. Try it Tuesday. Hello, you guys. Look how big my hair is. And there's hardly any gray in it. I'm 53 years old and hardly any gray. I'm like, it's all here in other places. But it's on the sides. I am very fortunate out here like this. Oh my God, this is so funny. I mean, it goes even higher. Oh, I gotta get that. Look at that. I'll take a picture. Okay, oh my God. I would take a picture of it and post it. People would be like, what is James doing? I'm like, I can't get it out. My phone doesn't want to act right. Come on, phone. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'll show you guys. Here we go. So there you go. I'm gonna post that. I know, no shame. Before I style it, look how big it is. It's like a lot of hair. I haven't styled it or anything yet. What that? Hi. People who need people are the luckiest people. I started growing this hair out last year just because I wanted to see what happens. Ponytail. I want to see what happens. And I just have kept it going. And I don't know, I could separate it in half. I'm like a chia pet. I just pour water on it, it grew. That's what it did. It's crazy. It's very, you guys put your hands in it. It's very soft. It's very soft. Feel it. Woo! Okay, now I'll probably style it now. I get my brush. Do something with it. Evangeline, yes, I know. Okay, so I know Evangeline. So I've met her over the years. I know who she is. Yes, I grew up in LA in the 70s and 80s. So she's a very LA thing. Angelina is, if you're not from LA, you wouldn't know who she is. She's not one of those people who's popular anywhere else. And it's funny, she's just her pink Corvette, everything running around. It's so funny. She's LA. She's part of the LA. She's part of the LA that I loved growing up. How high my hair's going. My friends in the film or the thing with her, so I have to watch it. I'm curious to see the portrayal. But Evangeline, Elvira, Mel's Diner, Tommy's Burger. There's just certain things that are LA to me. Venice Beach, roller skating. I mean, there's some things that are just very specifically Los Angeles to me, and I miss. I mean, of course, look back on some nostalgia. You miss some of that in LA. You could become kind of this weird niche. She was like one of the first niche stars that didn't really do anything. I mean, she did stuff, but like it wasn't like she was known for being herself. She's one of the first people that I remember that was known for basically just being herself, a celebrity. And I don't think about that myself. A couple of cities I've lived in, I've been very popular for just me being James Lott Jr., which is a weird thing because I'm like, I didn't really do anything. I just knew meet a lot of people and show up to events. Look how big this hair is today. It's gonna be with some big hair. Okay, so we're gonna do that just for now. I just wanted to kind of, I'm gonna really fix it later, but I just wanted to do that for you guys. I know it's kind of crazy. So yes, Evangeline is somebody. Angeline is somebody who reminds you of Los Angeles. Just reminds me of what LA was like. I used to love seeing celebrities all the time, who even the C list and D list, the E list, the F list. LA it's just we celebrate everybody. I mean, there's valet parking everywhere in Los Angeles. Like you can get valet parking at your dry cleaner. Like that's how ridiculous Los Angeles is, in a way that I do love it. I feel like it's losing some of that. But growing up in the 70s, 80s, even coming to visit in the 90s, it was like that was a good time. So it's funny you actually mentioned that. Yeah, are you watching the movie or what's coming out? I guess there's a series or what's coming out. But that's like, I met Pam Anderson back in her heyday, and my brother, and I used to go out all the time, just be out. I used to be out and about. Just LA is a good place, especially back then, to people watch because you never know who you'll see. And Angeline was somebody who would be everywhere sometimes, just everywhere with her friends. And Abby Ross in a movie. Yes, she's playing her. So so I may watch it. I'm not sure. I'm undecided. Yes, I'm going to watch it. Yeah. So, but yes, I was very present for that time period. Yes, I twas. Good times, kids. There are parts of growing up in LA that I loved it. And there are parts of growing up in LA was horrible. So it's one of those mixed bag things, right? LA is this seemingly magical place that's not magical to me. It's most of it's smoke and mirrors, is an illusion, but there are some beautiful parts of LA that just I wouldn't change for anything. So that answers that. So how's everybody doing this morning? How we doing? We working it out. It's Tuesday. I had a great phone call with a cousin of mine this morning. And then I'm going to be doing a recording a little later of a surprise episode of a show coming out soon. I woke up this morning, When Calls to Heart fans, I want to thank you I woke up and I'm like, I have over almost 4,000 views of my reaction video. Like even more so than Pascal. My interview with her is like at 600 and something, which is great too. I'll take it. But my reaction video blew up in the last day or so. So thank you for watching When Calls to Hearties. I'm in shock. Tonight I talked to Brian Bird live. That should be very interesting. He comes on our show. So me and Marissa will be back tonight doing that 8 o'clock tonight. Hello, we crashed at the show to watch Apple TV. So Films 5555. So what is We Crashed? I can't get out. What is We Crashed? I'm watching The Flight Attendant right now. So that's what I'm watching on HBO Max. I like it. So yes, there are a lot of shows out there. There are too many shows for me to even ignore. I mean, there's so many shows out there. I'm like, I can't even get to all of them. I try. I watched last night. I watched Lost City with Renee with Sandra Bullock. Oh my God, why am I going blank? Channing Tatum, Brad Pitt, and oh my God, the guy from Harry Potter. Oh my God, what was his name? Anyway, I watched that. It was really funny. Brian's live tonight. Thank you, Barbara Ann. Barbara Ann. Physiotherapy. Okay, video therapy. Good afternoon. Thank you. Like James Reynolds, I'm very proud that James Reynolds interviewed Sherry. I'm really proud that we really had a great discussion. He's been around a long time, and he knows things. And I think we had a really great conversation. I'm very proud of that talk. We had a really good conversation. Some interviews just click. Some are awkward and some are not good. But James and I, we don't talk. We talk off camera, but online, but on camera, we don't talk all the time. But when we do, it's always a great conversation. It was a good one. So I thank you. I'm very proud of that one. And my one with Pascal Hutton too. I'm very proud of that one too. Daniel Radcliffe, thank you. I can get him. Couldn't get his name out. I watched it on Paramount Plus. So I have to go anywhere. I watched it on there. So Jeannie, is your physiotherapy working? I'm gonna try to ask that. I want you to think I ignored what you said. Yes, I'm gonna ask that. I hope it is. I know how that goes. I know how that is. I'm answering an email really quick. You know how I do, folks. I gotta get in when I can get it in. Always putting out fires. Always. There's always something going on. Back to you guys. Jared Leto and Hathaway portray Adam and Rebecca Newman. They created WeWork. Oh, WeWork. Okay, they're a Bonnie Clyde of tech company. It was unbelievable. Oh, okay. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that one. People who need people. Barbara's from Brooklyn. That's our girl. It's always our girl. A tree grows in Brooklyn. Yes, it does. But yeah, work it out. But back to my hair. That's good. See, I guess I'd have to try to shape it into something. Look at the guys on Call Me Cat. He has the same hairstyle I do. Days hasn't come on yet. Days has not come on yet here in LA, so I have not watched it yet. But I am caught up. I watched all the soaps yesterday after daytime, so I'm all caught up. So here's a short story. Finn's alive. Ashton and Diane met on Y&R. That's scary. Chanel's in love with twins. And I think of the General Hospital. I like the Quartermain cousins. That's my things from yesterday. I'm sorry. I want Nina to go crazy. Lost City was really cute. I know you saw Channing Tatum. You saw him naked. That's right from the butt cheeks. Channing Tatum was really interesting because he's been around for a long. Remember the Step Up movies. He's been around for a long time, and he started out as a dancer. That's his whole thing. He's a dancer. But he's been around for a long time. He still looks good. Like, go on, Channing. And he's a good actor. He's funny. Sandra Bullock always is good and stuff. She's always good. But I was like, okay. I'm here for it. I'm here for a silly comedy. I'm always here for silly comedy. Like, why not? I want something to laugh at. And it was nice and silly and fun, and it was cute. So, and Brad Pitt was actually really fun. See, I'm not a huge Brad Pitt fan. I think he's fine. I never thought he was good looking. I was never into this whole Brad Pitt thing back in the day. Everybody else is. I don't get his appeal. But in movies I've seen him in, I love that. Yes, we love some babs. I mean, Barbra Streisand. That's right. Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring on the clouds, don't rain on my parade. There you go. Stephen was like, Finn's alive. That's good. I like that. It's just like, that's good. James, who do you want the most to win the Daytime Emmy? James Lott Jr. I'm not nominated. The most of all, some folks were not nominated that I thought should have been nominated that I would want to win. So that's a really good question. That's a really good question of films. I don't who do I want out of all the nominees that I want to win the most? God, it's a good. I there's no one standing out to me that makes me want them to win the most. A lot of my friends are nominated, so I want them to. I mean, it would be nice if they win. I guess I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer. I don't know. Yes, Barbra is 80 years. Like I couldn't believe it. She's a Taurus, like me. Taurus season. She turned 80. Not to me, that's crazy. She's 80, and she still put out albums and still singing and still married James Brolin. And I'm like, she's 80 years old. That's crazy. My earliest memories of her, of course, are when I was a kid. My Aunt Sarah used to play her "My Name Is Barbara" album, and all those albums, and then the disco era. It was enough is enough is enough is enough. I mean, all that stuff. I mean, I just remember Barbra through all my whole childhood, my adulthood. Barbra was all I saw her live in concert, so that was a big dream for me. I cried. She's just she's part of it. She's part of the fabric of our lives. But I feel the way about that. Who do I want to win? That's the most. I'm trying to think. That's a really good question. I gotta think about that. Let's see. All these comments. I gotta get through the comments. Nina deserves to be with Wiley. But the parents are ready to say who does the. But see, I'm a grandparent, so I feel very much like this storyline. When I was in junior high school, Alec Baldwin seen a Malice wore down to the nub on that VHS stuff. Said, I don't remember Malice, I can, but Alec Baldwin was always hot, so that's always works. The Guilty album. I'm just a woman in love, and I'll do anything and get you into my world. And that Guilty album was all Bee Gees. It was Barry Gibb, so that's right. Tell him and her, Celine Dion. Their voices completely matched. And it was almost like the first generation, Celine, the second generation. It's such a great song. I love that song. That's a great one, Cherie. I love that song. I love Celine Dion also. What's funny is with Celine Dion, I loved her first French album. It was called the French album, or it's called Deux, or whatever. I remember back in the day in the 90s, she put it out and became really popular in America too. I don't speak French, but I loved her French album. I don't know what the fuck she was saying, but I loved it. But yes, exactly. I did that. I'm trying to go all the way around. Yes, I'm a grandparent, so I'm always like, I want to see my grandkids. I'm like, I'm in a singing mood this morning. I don't know why. I'm also in a singing mood. It's like the sun is shining out. Well, the sun is, it's kind of half shining. It's good. My favorite Barbra Streisand song is "On a Clear Day, Rise and Look Around You, and You'll See Who." That's my favorite song first. I think it's Celine Ariana. That would be actually really cute. A Celine Dion Ariana Grande duet. I'm not a huge Ariana Grande fan. I'm too old for her, but she has a great voice. We never got a Celine Christina Aguilera duet either. I'm a Christina fan. I think she has a great voice. We never got one of those, but I would be here for Celine Ariana duet. Like if Diane Warren might write a good song, it'd be great. Ariana Grande has a voice. I'm too old for her songs, but she has a great voice. That's a good match. A good matchup. Yes, when Beyonce sang and did a very admirable job, at the very end goes, "Thank you, Miss Streisand. It was an honor to sing for you." I thought that was such a beautiful, respectful touch at the end. And you could tell Barbara was like, "Thank you." But when she said, "Thank you, Miss Streisand, it was an honor to sing for you." I just thought that was so classy. That was so classy. So classy. Yes, Eric Braeden Gasley. Yeah, that's right. Because Eric Braeden was in Titanic. I just watched the interview with him and A State of Mind with Maurice Bernard about how they filmed that water scene where Astor died, where he dies. He talked about it. It was very scary. But State of Mind, but Maurice Bernard is like the thing. Malice is one of my faves. I knew Alec was going to be a huge star when I saw my Knots Landing. I totally agree. Oh, we knew he meant, Mel. We knew he meant. When Ely told Julie Harris, I know. Alec Baldwin was so good on Knots Landing. We were like, who is this guy? The hairy chest. Because you didn't see a lot of hair back then either. And Julie Harris obviously was a legend. That scene where he kills himself and she goes off on that rooftop and she's like, "You're not my son anymore. You're a monster." I feel so much in that scene. There was so much in that scene. And he was like, "Mama," like, and they tripped and now it was, oh, good stuff. Good stuff. That's actually a good scene for me to talk about. Yes, that's what I mean. So that, yes, I think you guys give me an idea for a show. Thank you. I'll do that. So is it on my list? It is on my list. Okay. Yes. So yeah. So I'm going all around the place. Mel. Here's the thing. I love "No Time to Die." I love that song, and to me, "No Time to Die." I'm a huge James Bond fan, a huge James Bond theme fan, and I felt like Adele and her really, Adele, not her, the singer, I love her too. Adele and Billie Eilish, their theme songs sounded like classic James Bond theme songs. And so to me, it was a harkening back to the older days of Goldfinger and all those songs. I just felt like their songs were so good. Diane Warren's been nominated like 10, 13 times, so I feel bad for her. Good morning, Tracy Stevens. Tracy with an I, not a Y. But I thought, and Diane Warren, she's well respected. She's written songs for everybody, but she has not won. So I understand her frustration. But I'm sorry. I just think, Sweaty Alec was switched to make sure. Down, kids, down. It's a family show at 9:38 in the morning. I don't do family shows. Skyfall was an amazing song. Hi, Deidre Bingham. No, I'm a huge connoisseur of the James Bond themes. And so I really do look at them and listen to them with that kind of thought of like, hey, do they sound like they're a James Bond theme? Do they sound like it? Do they sound like it? And they do. And so some of these last ones did. I wasn't a huge fan of Sam Smith. I mean, he's a great voice. I like his music, but his James Bond theme was my least favorites. I never play it. I never play it. So I'm just like, eh. But yeah, the Skyfall and then No Time to Die played to death. I love that version of that song. That song is so good. They come from them. Her and her brother Phineas are just writing amazing music. They're writing for being so young. I can forget how young they were born in 2000s. I had grandchildren in 2000s. Like they're so grown. So yeah, so I think they're a major talent. That and Lady Gaga won, and her song was an Oscar type song. I mean, it's like her and Bradley, the Bradley Cooper song. So for what she did the other show, oh my God, Star is Born. Some they sound like Oscar songs, and some just don't. Okay, let's see. Tom Pelfrey reminds me of Alec Baldwin, who I say Kelly Coco. Here we go. Madonna. No. I like Die Another Day. I like the song. I know that it's not a favorite in certain circles, not even for Madonna fans, like a Madonna song. But I see what she was trying to do. And to me, there are elements of James Bond theme in it. Like there's music in it. I mean, and he has an auto-tune in it. And to me, it's very Madonna, what she was doing at the time. But I do like the song. I would defend the song. I think it's one of my middle of my favorite James Bond, least favorite. It's in the middle for me. Olivia Rodrigo, yes, I love her. Good For You and Driver's License. I'm very impressed. She's young too. I love Susan Russo. Now we're going into this is so funny. Now we're going to James Bond songs, James Bond themes. Okay, James Bond themes. Okay. Tina Turner, well, Golden Eye. Of course, that was like, View to a Kill, of course. For Your Eyes Only is okay. It's not my favorites. I recognize it for its stuff. I'm a huge Garbage fan with The World Is Not Enough. Yeah, da, 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 da. I like that song. I also like Tomorrow Never Dies. That's a Sheryl Crow. Don't get enough notice. Also like Chris Cornell's You Know My Name, You Know My Name, You Know My Name, from Casino Royale. I mean, there's some that don't get enough attention. I love You Only Live Twice, Nancy Sinatra. Of course, Diamonds Are Forever. Shirley Bassey's number one. But she's just Shirley Bassey is, or excuse me, Dame Shirley Bassey is number one out of all of them. She did 3 songs. But to me, Goldfinger and Diamonds Are Forever are the standard. They are the standard. They are the standard. Everything else falls underneath. So for me, it's Dame Shirley Bassey, who's still singing at 85 years old, still singing and sounds amazing. I give it to her first and always. The Mid is a good song too, which is Wings featuring Paul McCartney. I always thought it was a Paul McCartney, but it's Wings featuring Paul McCartney. I never knew that until years later. But also, Nobody Does It Better. That's by Carly Simon. I love Carly Simon. Love me some Carly Simon. Tina Turner was the first thing I ever danced to as a wee boy walking home. Man, oh, okay. Well, Tina Turner in general or the theme? Were you walking down there going, "What's love got to do?" Hanging on a chain link fence on the video. What's love, guys? Is that little Mel doing that? Yeah. Alanis Morissette has a musical. It's coming. It's on Broadway. It's coming to LA. I might go see it. I liked her songs. She was huge when she came out. That album was huge. My cousin and I played it album to death. So I may see her musical. I may see it. I want to see Tina Turner musical when it comes to LA. It's coming to LA and I want to see it. I saw Donna Summer the musical. It was good. I want to see Tina Turner musical. I heard it's really good. So I'm down for that. Yes. Alanis Morissette had the biggest selling album for a debut female at one point for the longest time. I'm a huge Shania Twain fan, so Feel Like a Woman. That's my girl. That's my girl. But yeah, so this is so funny. You guys are bringing up all these James Bond themes. Yes. Well, Tina could do no wrong. Tina's the bomb. Yeah, Gladys Knight's song is not bad either, films. That's right. It's License to Kill. That was hers, License to Kill. It was not bad. Not bad at all. There's exactly. I can see you walking down, holding chain, you're a little kid, little baby male walking down the thing and hitting the chain like, "What's love got to do? Got to with your jeans on or something." Alanis was at Hollywood Bowl of Garbage. Oh, that's a good call. That's a good call. I love Shirley Manson. Don't get me started. She is the bomb. I love Garbage. I have all their albums. Huge fan. I would die for you. I would sing a song from Romeo and Juliet. Stupid girl. Stupid girl. Yeah, all those songs. I'm only happy when it rains. Yeah, all those songs. Well, I've seen Shania's Residency. I've seen it. So I've seen it in the past. I saw her when she came back. So I saw her years ago. I saw her when she came back to Vegas. Right before the pandemic, I saw her. So I don't know if it's changed since then, but I saw her in 2019. So I've seen Shania, trust me, in Vegas. I love me some Shania. Love me some Shania. Ivy Carter, I don't know if I said hi to you earlier. Yes. No. I've seen Shania, Garth Brooks in Vegas, Cher in Vegas, Bette Midler in Vegas. I've seen a lot of things. I've seen a lot of people in Vegas. And I love it. I saw Bjork in Vegas at the Palms, at the Pearl Theater at Palms. Yeah. And the Coliseum is a great little theater over at Caesars. It's great. So yeah, so I've seen Shania. Unless she's changed anything since then. I'll come see her again, but I saw her in 2019 for the pandemic. I feel like a woman. Oh, she goes, "Let's go, girls." That line, most famous lines in music. "Let's go, girls," and then the guitar starts. "I'm going out tonight. I'm feeling all right." Wait, I'm not Shania. I'm not gonna start trying to sing like her, but I do think she had the belly button. She had the leopard print stuff. That don't impress me much. She had Tude. I never got into Dixie Chicks, but I got into her. So I don't know what that, but I couldn't get into them. I wanted to get into them, but I couldn't. Just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I tried. I tried. I tried. I tried. I tried. I tried. Let's see what's going on here. Recommend Celine when she performs again. I've seen Celine also at Caesars. She was great. I saw Mariah Carey at Caesars. She was good too. Let's see. I have my glasses on. I'm trying to read. Dolly Parton's Traveling Through Transamerica. Okay, I don't know that song. Bjork, I've seen it all, was awesome too. I don't know that one either. I saw Bjork for I forgot which concert, what album that was. But I liked it. I remember I liked the album. It was a fun concert. It was a lot of bouncy, fun, and weird, and everything Bjork. I saw Kylie Minogue in Vegas. Also, I love me some "Can't Get You Out of My Head." So that was another one too. I loved it. Vegas is like it's an hour plane ride for me in LA and like 5 hours on a whatever. So good question, Text Rangers fan. Why is live theater not well known in LA as in New York? I think in LA we have a lot of live theater. We have some great theaters like the Pantages, the Greek Theater, Hollywood Bowl, of course, the Mark Taper, the Dorothy Chandler, the Kirk Douglas, the Amundsen. There's some great theaters and plus a bunch of smaller theaters. I think because of the film and TV industry dwarf the theater. I think in New York, as you know, even though they film TV shows and movies there, New York is known as the theater community. Broadway is the standard. Like the West End in London, that's the standard there. Broadway is the standard. And I think that's what it's so if you want to be a true actor, they always say go to New York. And if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. But I think in LA is known for TV and film. So I'm assuming that's probably what, it's this weird thing. Because there's also live theater in Chicago. There's great theater in other places too. But I think it's kind of, I don't know. I think LA should. I know we have like little awards show. We have little things here for a stage. But I think the Tony, the Tonys are the standards. The theater wing in New York is the standard. But even LA actors know that New York and Broadway is the standard. I think it's just generally accepted that New York is theater and stage, and LA is TV and film. That's what I just think that's kind of what I think that's what it is. That's kind of I think that's what it is. Right? So we have the Geffen Playhouse out here. Yeah, we have places out here that are well known and well respected. But I think we're known for music also. Even though New York is known for music too, but it's like LA, Hollywood is what trumps everything, right? I say that word Trump. But Hollywood is known for music industry, and TV and film. New York is kind of known for dance and theater. I think that's kind of what goes on. Even though there is TV and film in New York and there's dance and theater in Los Angeles, I think that's what it is. Because even San Francisco, when I was up there, we have ACT and we have other reputable theaters up there. But I think it's just not. I mean, and for our locally, we're known. But I just think that it's just genuinely accepted that LA is this, New York is that. You don't step on each other's toes, and people are just kind of like they're used to it. But I wish that LA would get more known for. I've seen some really great theater in LA. I mean, I live in LA, so but I've seen some great theater on Broadway too. So I mean, every time I go to New York, I try to go to Broadway and see at least one or two shows. I always, even though I'm there for 2 days, 3 days, and I try. And if I can't get a ticket, there's also right by Times Square, a thing called half price tickets. Go the day of, see what they have left over. Another tip, folks. James Lott Jr. in theater. If you get solo tickets, my times are cheaper. So I went and saw Hamilton. I saw Hamilton for like $100. Like, how do you do? I mean, the tickets were outrageous in LA. But I had a solo ticket. I went by myself. I didn't go with anybody. I didn't care. I wanted to see Hamilton so bad. I didn't care if I went anybody. So sometimes, and also I pay attention to a lottery where it's like $25 tickets. You rename it a lottery, but it's also last minute. They can call you 2 hours before and go, okay, you got it. You gotta make sure you're free. So they have that too. They have it also. Razzle Dazzle, The Battle for Broadway, Michael Rydell's a great book. Oh, okay. There you go, folks. He's even in the book. I want to see The Strange Loop, which is a Black and gay musical. It's hitting everything. Has the most Tony nominations. I'm playing music now. I like the music. I heard it's a really great, poignant, funny show. I love new shows. I always want to support them. So I want to see that. But it's not out here in LA. So it's also on Broadway now. So that's, don't have that here. Some great documentaries. Mel brings up now. Some great documentaries are, there's the one on Chorus Line, Step by Step. That's a great documentary about the behind the scenes of Chorus Line. There's a great documentary on Annie and all the actors who ever played Annie. There's some great ones. There's some great stuff. You know, it's love. Yeah, I've done planned your New York trip. Sorry, Mel, I plan my own New York trips. But who knows when I get to New York? I want to go so bad, but I have no plans going cross country anytime soon. I barely left Los Angeles. I went to Catalina Island for my birthday, so I barely got out of there. Oh my God, Mel, Film just reading the book you just mentioned. How weird. It is a coincidence. Wow. I like when that happens. So Mel, the book you just recommended, Films is actually reading it. There you go. So, New York Post. So there you go. That's so fun. What a weird coincidence. See, we're all related somehow, aren't we? We're all related somehow. It's kind of funny. But yes, that's a great thing. But yeah, there's some great documentaries on New York. I mean, I always say Chorus Line is a great insight into that world. Michael Jackson's show is Hood. Oh, you mean good? I want to see MJ the musical. I've seen the actor who plays Michael Jackson. His voice is amazing. He sounds like him. It's not coming to LA anytime soon. So I mean, I really want to see it. I really want to see it. I heard it's good. I saw the show they did with Cirque du Soleil, the Immortal. I saw Immortal in Vegas. I saw the Beatles Love. And I saw The Immortal. I loved it. Loved it. I took all the songs and redid them, and I still play some on my Spotify playlist. But that's so funny, you guys. That's so funny, you guys. And he's met Michael Rydell. Am I saying his name right? That's so funny, you guys. I love when that connection happens. But no, I am a big Broadway person. I love it. I like theater. You know, so I just think that there's nothing like stage. I'm writing a musical myself, and so I hope to be on stage at some point too. So I just think that stage there's nothing like it. It's very scary, and it's out there, and it's wonderful, and it's great, and it's all these things. So yes, very, very interesting. You know, so but yeah, I like that. Yeah, we really talk about it. I have to watch the time because I have a show to do soon. Like I still got time. This conversation went in a direction I never thought we've never gone before. I love it. So I love it. So I love coming on here. You never know what we're going to talk about. You just never know what we're going to talk about. Now we're talking about Broadway musicals and 70s and icons. I have not been following the Johnny Depp Amber Heard drama. I have no interest whatsoever. I don't understand the appeal of it. I don't follow any of it. I know it's everywhere. I have zero interest in two celebs fighting it out. I just don't. I have no interest whatsoever. So I don't follow it. I'm a pop culture person to a certain extent, but I'm not. There's certain things I'm just like, okay. I just don't. It's like I'm a Johnny Depp fan. I like his stuff. But I was like, I have no thought whatsoever. None whatsoever. So yes, I write plays all the time, write musicals. Who knows, Mel? Maybe we'll be a part of something, but I don't. Who knows? I'm writing. Right now, it's on the writing stages. As you know, it takes time to write these things. Minneapolis is a great theater scene. The Ordway, the Orpheum, Pantages, Chain Hassan. That's where Prince lived. Theater. Okay. Okay, now you got Bill Films not talking to you. You got somebody who wants to know more about Michael. Okay, you got something. You brought something up. Now you want to go that direction. It's so yeah. So it's yeah. I guess so funny. Let's see what's going on. My answer is email really quick, folks. The answer really quick. Where are we going? Okay, that's really quick. While you guys catch up, you guys have some really good questions today. If you need any more questions, ask some questions. Let's see what's going on. I love arts and entertainment. I think it's such a it's very important to our lives. Very important for everything. We have to continue to have arts. I know folks who don't go. They don't go to stage stuff. They don't go to stage stuff at all. I'm like, really? You don't do none of that stuff? Like, no. I think there's some good stuff out there. We don't like plays. There's musicals. I mean, it's actually like going to a concert with some acting in it. Come on, folks. But some folks they don't do any of that stuff. They're like, nah, I'm good. I don't understand. Okay, so let me come back to you guys. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, it's huge. So I know it's huge. They are. I know. Everybody's watching it. So Nomel's correct. It's huge. Anybody covering it, they're getting their eyes have no desire. Okay, let's go in here. What if you're a Todd Rundgren fan? Hello, it's me. Yeah, when they played that and just like that, when Big died, oh my God, kill me. I like some of his songs. I grew up with them. I like some of his songs. Yes, I like some of his songs. I'm not a huge fan, but I like some of his. I understand Todd Rundgren. He was big. I'm a huge 70s first. I grew up. My childhood was the 70s. So my childhood was the 70s. The whole 70s. I remember it. In 1980, I turned 11. So I was into like junior high school by then. So I mean, I was literally the 70s were my time period, and I love that music. And the 70s, such a range of music. Lots of from rock, R&B, disco, rock. It's a little bit, all kind of stuff. So I'm a big 70s theater fan. But I think it's going too fast. Let's see. Okay, so that question is for Mel, not for me. I got it. Mel's responding. Okay, got it. What do I do for breakfast? So I'm doing this intermittent fasting things because I'm fucking fat. So I was like, I'm trying to lose some weight. So what I've been doing is just coffee. I'm choosing hope. So I do coffee in the morning, take my pills, where I got to take so I can live. Then I eat around noon is when I eat. So I stop eating at a certain time at night and I eat at noon the next day. And I have a nice lunch and I have a nice dinner. I'm not a big snacker. And so that's what I do for breakfast. Ironically, breakfast food is my favorite food. So on the weekends, I do a lot of brunches and breakfasts. I know that's not good English, but you know what I mean. I do a lot of breakfasts. I love breakfast food. Breakfast food. I love it. Let's see what's going on there. There's some Melon Films are talking. There you go. Thank you, Susan. I'm cool for something. What I do? Why am I cool? What I do? The Guthrie, Amy Adams. I love Professor Rock. Always have. James, I sing Liza with a Z and Gypsy Mama every day at one time. Now, there you go. She's Liza with a Z, not Liza with an S, because an S goes this and Z goes. Yeah, I know. I just know that whole thing. That's another good one too. I'm not a huge Liza fan. I like Liza. I liked her album with the Pet Shop Boys. I talk to friends and think about you. I sleepless nights and think about losing my mind. I liked her album with them. That was a good album. That came out in 89 or 90. I remember I have that on an album actually. I love you. You pay my rent. All those songs were good. So I wasn't a huge Liza fan. Well, Todd fan was cool. Okay, well, sure. I was like, yeah. No, there's that whole thing with Todd Rundgren and Steven Tyler and Liv Tyler. She thought it was her daddy, and then there was a whole big scandal and all that stuff back in the day. Mm-hmm. Big scandal back then. All the rock star stuff. David Bowie in the 70s. My mother was a hippie, so I grew up with she played all kinds of music. My father was very traditional. He liked the Carpenters and Barry Manilow. And I write the songs that make the whole world sing. He's played every morning. I love the Carpenters. Olivia Newton-John, oh my God, that was my girl. I honestly love you. And he used to like Wham. He liked Wham. I remember going to his house once to visit. Now I get the Wham album. I'm like, you like Wham? Like my father like Wham. But actually, George Michael had a beautiful voice, so it makes sense. He liked ABBA. Oh my God, he loved ABBA. I remember those ABBA albums on the floor in front of him. I'm like, ABBA. I was like, oh my goodness. You change your mind, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance. And so he liked that side of things. But yeah, Todd, exactly. Todd is Liv's spiritual father, yes. But then my mother liked all of the Donna Summer and Kenny Rogers. She played everything. She loved David Bowie and the Space Oddity, and Elton John was playing in our house all the time. Elton John was everywhere. She liked Minnie Riperton and Donny Hathaway, and I mean, she was into everything. But she also was a hippie. So I grew up with Peter, Paul, and Mary, and Donovan, and Jimi Hendrix, and Bob Dylan, and Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. I'm a huge late 60s, early 70s fan. The Mamas and the Papas, Creedence Clearwater Revival. And I grew up with all those, the Beach Boys, the Beatles. I grew up with all that music, and I knew some of the Beach Boys, so that's a whole other story. But she played all that music, and she played a bit of everything, played along with Parliament Funkadelic and Rick James and all that. So I mean, I grew up with all that music, and I said my father was a little more conservative, played kind of conservative stuff. But it's like it all informed what I like. And like my Aunt Sarah played the Barbra Streisands and the musicals and the Broadway stuff. That's what got. Well, my first musical I ever knew was Jesus Christ Superstar. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, who are you? What have you sacrificed? That was at 3 years old. I knew the whole cast album, which is kind of weird for a 3-year-old. But I became an Andrew Lloyd Webber fan from the very beginning. So that was something that I saw. Oh, musicals could tell a story. Because it was Pippin, Godspell. Those were the early ones I remember as a kid. My mother used to play in the house. So and Hair. All those, so yes, grits, egg sausage. Oh yeah, morning cereal. Rap music. There you go. And I was there for it. I was there for every stage of it. I was there, hearing Rapper's Delight at the roller rink, going, "What is this?" It was like they're talking. Well, see, my parents loved Gil Scott-Heron, which is my favorite, one of my heroes. My poetry, spoken word, my music career that I've modeled is after him on some level. I would take my lyrics and my speaking instead of music. And him and Brian Johnson did some amazing stuff. The Revolution Will Not Be Televised, Whitey on the Moon, Message in the Bottle, songs that are played out there. You may even know who they're from. They're from him. He's considered the godfather of rap. Like Gil Scott-Heron was my man. So I remember him growing up, and then Rapper's Delight came. You could dance to rap. Okay, it wasn't called rap. It was like this hip hop thing happening. And then Blondie's Rapture. I remember hearing Rapture at the roller rink again. We didn't have videos like that back then. They did, but anyway, there's really no outlet. But Rapture came on, and I know that whole bit by heart. Oh, hit by heart. And then Rockbox and King of Rock came out from Run DMC, and I was in. I was all in. Then LL Cool J. And I've been here for the whole thing. I remember being in New York in 1984 and seeing with my grandfather walking down West 57th Street, and these guys had their boombox out and the cardboard, and they were breakdancing. And he was like, they're gonna break their necks, and this whole, he kept saying this fad that's going, it's all a fad, and this is crazy, and blah blah. I mean, and I don't know if it was a fad or not. I was just like, it was really cool. I couldn't break dance. I couldn't pop lock either. I was trying to do all the. I could dance, but I couldn't do that stuff. And I just thought that image is stuck in my brain of being on West 57th Street in Manhattan with my grandfather and him just like dissing rap and dissing the breakdancers. I just remember that. That was kind of crazy. Heard an interesting NPR interview with Denise Graves. She directed Carmen. Okay. Carmen, love rap music. that type of music isn't prolific anymore. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Well, rap is different now. It's a very different thing now. I never understood why. I saw Ben Vereen in Pippin here at the Pan Changes back in the 80s. I got to see him. He was the best. Ribbon in the Sky song. I got to see. I never understood why Wham only had two members featuring George Michael and Andrew got no press. Andrew got press. Andrew and I don't what are you not remembering? Andrew and George were the little playboys. They were back then when George was straight. They were playboys, and they played and they talked. In the early years, they're fine. It's just that George Michael was the main songwriter and everything, and George Michael was a singer, so Andrew was very happy to be in the background compared to him, so to speak. But they had they were the whole boys hanging out image. And I saw Wham America in '85. I saw it. Shaka Khan opened for them. Shaka Khan opened for them. And they were good. And they both were equally on stage doing their things. Fans were screaming for him too, throwing their panties to him. I remember seeing that. That was in '85 at Hollywood Park here in LA. Wham America. I loved it. I saw George Michael years later for his 20th anniversary tour, and may he rest in peace. Great singer. I got my skates, kids. These are my roller skates. These are size 14. I wear size 14. My sister just bought some roller. We're gonna go roller skating. So there might be some video one day of roller skating. Who knows? I haven't worn them in 3 years, the pandemic. I'm gonna put them on. We're gonna go skating. We just literally, she bought skates. A couple of my friends have skates. We're gonna go skating here in LA. So I got my roller skates. I had to find my size. I got big ass feet. Okay, we can get back up there, see what's going on. LOL. Did you ever run into Madonna or RuPaul before they blew up? No. So here's the thing about Madonna. I've danced near her back in the 90s. We had AIDS dance-a-thons because obviously our community was dying in San Francisco, like by record numbers. She came to do some of those. I remember dancing near her, but I never. Now you know, I was a Madonna fan from the very beginning when we thought she was black. So trust me, I've been a fan since '82. When I first heard Physical Attraction and Everybody, I was in. I was a huge Madonna very much. Now RuPaul, I've met RuPaul later. But no, back in the day, again in San Francisco circles, he would come for events, and we did a couple of events together. But I didn't know him before he blew up. George Michael's JT of Wham, usually some level, yes. Roller skates, yeah. What's that? Yeah. Well, I know. See, I was Tootie from Facts of Life. The last time I wore them was at AfterBuzz TV. Some of you guys remember that place? It's dead now. But after Buzz TV, I wore them. I came there wearing them, and I wouldn't take them off, and people couldn't stop laughing. I said, "I'm Tootie from Facts of Life." So I was like, that was my whole thing. So that's what I did. Oh yeah, Rerun. May he rest in peace. Films. Here's a little short. I don't want to bring this down. We're having a good time, but I just want to say. May 11th was the birthday of Shabadoo Quinones, who played, in Break-In, and he was one of the lockers who worked with Rerun, Fred Barry, him, Tony Basil, the Mickey Girl. They all were part of the original lockers here in LA, and it's a legendary group. And I'm friends with Tony. I became very good friends with Adolfo Shabadoo Quinones. Our birthdays were a day apart. When he died, I was devastated, and I just did a post on him recently about his happy heavenly birthday. So it's funny you mentioned Rerun, but they're all part of the same legendary group, and most of them are dead. Tony's like one of the few ones left, and I love her. Madonna would go to all black places. That's true. Madonna stole from a lot of gay male artists. I will respectfully disagree with that. And I will. Okay, I won't fully. I still won't fully disagree. Here's the deal. All artists take from culture, previous people, previous things. It just happens. Some appropriate it culturally, and it's horrible, like a Pat Boone and all that kind of stuff. And some may say Elvis. That's a whole other thing. But some do it as an homage, also as part of and they actually include people with them. And so I was there for Madonna, and I would criticize them if she did anything that was like horrible. I would criticize, but I would tell you, Madonna borrowed from many places and gave them their due. Also, she never claimed she invented it. She never claimed she was one of the first. You see, again, I was a kid watching her. She was one of the first white artists who accepted gay culture, who featured it in her videos, featured Black people in her videos. She had a Black Jesus or whatever I think it was, Latinos. She was one of the women empowerment. Madonna, for being so young, was one of the few artists who went on a limb for many cultures. And behind the scenes, like I said, she was raising money for AIDS. She was doing all these things when it was not popular. So you can say a lot about Madonna. I mean, people will say all kinds of things. I'm sure she's probably the nicest person on earth. She probably isn't. But I will always give her props for what she has done for our communities. She has. She really has. And you know, and Madonna continues to be there. I mean, she adopted Black kids from a country that was the kids were poor in, and she's like she gives back. That's why I always say she always gives back, and sometimes off camera, where it's not really well known what she does. Apparently, Prince was the same way. But I will always defend Madonna because I feel like I was there, and there's some revisionist history happening with some people. I'm not saying you're doing that, but some people are doing that where they're like, it's like, come on, like Madonna was actually doing things that no one else was doing. Remember, MTV would not play Black videos at one point. And shortly after they started playing Black videos, here comes Madonna pushing the envelope. I was saying that she worked it out. So yes, on some level, yes, you steal from places, but I never think of her as somebody who just steals from there and then just doesn't give acknowledgement. That's where the problem is. Like, she didn't invent voguing. She never said she did. She never claimed that she invented voguing. She saw this, had them teach her, bring them in. That's the thing. So that's my whole thing with Madonna. Sorry, films. You know I love you, but I'll always defend Madonna. Okay, so so many comments. Okay, oh my God, let me go up here. Okay, let me go up to the comments. Yes, what's happening? They give great theme songs. Yes, I agree with that. Jefferson's, yeah. Wonder Woman, yes. Yeah, Shabba was married to Lita Rashawn. Isn't that funny? They were. He was. I will say, Shabba was just one of the nicest people. He was hilarious. If you want to see him on my shows, I'm Breaking Into, which is out there. He did like 5, 6 shows with me over the years. We did some in-depth interviews, and we fell in love with each other from the very beginning. He used to call me Jimmy, which I hated, but he knew that. But he called me that. And so I literally have I love it. I just loved him very much. And I talked to him before he died, and it was a shock when he died. Stevie Wonder, of course, is the bomb. Yes, we love Stevie Wonder. Yes, Leon, who went on to the 5 Heartbeats or Temptations that he did really great in that. He's done a few things since then. Madonna was the girl. Laverne Shirley, of course, really. How was Maria Menounos as the boss? Well, so here's the thing. Maria Menounos was really never my boss. I mean, she's okay. I mean, how can I explain this? I love Maria. Maria and I got along great the whole time I was there. She and I hit it off. See, I was one of the older people. We sip my tea. I was one of the older people who was at AfterBuzz. So I was closer to Kevin's age. I was older than her and closer to Kevin's age. So Maria and I are like 10 years apart in age. And so they talked to me differently than the other hosts because a lot of them were younger. And so we had a different kind of relationship. We had more of a friendship-based relationship that was colleagues, where they could trust me. They knew that I would deliver. I was one of the biggest hosts at AfterBuzz TV. I just was. That's just the numbers and everything. I was one of the most well-liked. So they knew that with James, they could trust that I would give them a good show. And Maria had no problem with that. And Maria and I, whenever we saw each other, it was big hugs, real hugs. How are you doing? What's going on? When I had my Bell's palsy, she was there for me a couple of times when I needed it. I needed some advice because she had the brain stuff. So yes, and so it was just like it was just wonderful. She wasn't really a boss to me, but yes, she owned the company. Her and Kevin did. Kevin was more of a boss kind of than she. Even with him though, was like, yeah, he had the final say in things, but I did what I wanted most of the time. Only because I did show respect and I did give them something good. And that's why I'm still here. I think it's why I'm still here. Madonna was groundbreaking back, and she was. I love Cosby Show. The Cosby Show. My favorite theme song is the one where they are dancing. It's the big band. They come on dance, and they do African dancing. That's my favorite. I think it's season 5 or 6. My favorite themes of theirs. And also the one with Bobby McFerrin. He does he does his voice thing. AfterBuzz is where I found you. Found me. I arted. I'm sorry, I arted. Excuse me. Yes, AfterBuzz TV. I know, sure. You've been around for a long time. We've been around a long time. And tea is piping up. Bring the tea. AfterBuzz TV was a place that really gave me. I was there almost 7 years. And it gave me a chance to really hone my skills as a host because I had my own show on radio, so I had to be a radio host. But being a TV host or a video host is very different. So he helped me hone my skills. I did over 870 hours television there. I at one point I was doing 9 shows a week. And just for me, it was a good training ground just to work out the kinks of whatever I need to work out. I feel like I'm good because I was able to practice while I was there. And I made great contacts and connections. I was always told, here's some tea for you guys that know this. I was always told that AfterBuzz is a stepping stone. So you come in, kind of use them in quotes, like use them, get all the knowledge you need, and then you move on to something else. And then think AfterBuzz, later for what they've done for you. They get you out. That's what I was taught. So as much shit as I talk about AfterBuzz, and I talk shit about it all the time, I also praise it for the things that it's gotten me to you guys. Many of you would have not known who I am. Well, none of you would have known who I am if I didn't have AfterBuzz TV, probably. My decision to go on my own, and they closed up. It was great. Yes, you won a contest. I said a prize. I remember that. And it's AfterBuzz TV has me. I'm here. Tony Moore, Mark J. Freeman, Peter Ramos, Rod Villas. Those are the ones I credit for my TV hosting career, getting my starts. And then I just held on with dear life. They couldn't get rid of me. Once I came into that studio, I saw the lights, the cameras. I'm like, you can't get rid of a bitch. A bitch is gonna be in there. That's it. And I met many of you over there. Susan Russo, I know you see that we go way back too. Mel, Susan Russo, we go way back. Cherie, I'm telling you who else is in here though. I know for sure we go way back. I'm trying to look in here. V Carter, I don't know where you found me, V Carter, and Stephen M. I can't remember. I don't know. And films, you too. I don't know where you found me. Let me know where you found me again. Let me know. But yeah, but some of you guys I've known for a long time online on this thing. So yes, it's been a wild ride for me. Some of the shows I'm coming up on, it's coming on 8 years. I'm doing them, which is weird. Like 8 years. Me and Frank GH. Well, there we go. I was gonna say the GH show will be 8 years to September. That some version of this show has been out there. And Frank kept it going with Carla. So, folks, I talked to Carla Renata the other night. We are friends. She called to check on me. And so he tells she loves all of you GH fans. She misses you. She's been so busy with the Curvy Critic and acting on stage. And she's like, so one day she'll return to us and join us for a show or two. But she loves you and she does business. But she's busy trying to carve her way as a Black female film critic, which is not easy. Not easy. My friend, AfterBuzz, GH is my biggest show of all time. That's just the craziest thing. Oh, DJ Richie Sky. Oh my goodness. That's so funny, V. That is so funny. I've known about him in a long time. He left LA. I like DJ Richie Sky. He did a lot of shows. He was very cute. Woo, he was hot in person too. I was like, he didn't give me the time of day. He was great. Some Barbra news. Okay. Yes. So Jordy and I are gonna be sitting down later this week, talking. an interview, and so I'll come out right after. Whenever we finish talking, I'll probably come up the next day. So it'll be out later this week. So don't you worry, it'll be coming out later this week. And Cherie, thank you. I know you're part of this. I'm up to 16 Patreons, so I'm very happy about that. I had like 3 or 4 when I first started. So I had 16. Everybody's like, "That's good, James." So let's get more people on there. I put out stuff that's not anywhere else. My James Reynolds 5 questions he's never been asked is also on my Patreon. So that's patreon.com, James Lott Jr. Let's keep that in mind. If you want to see some stuff, $5 and up, get you stuff. And then my buymeacoffee.com, James Lott Jr. Some folks have done that also. So thank you very much for that stuff. Oh my gosh, it's going fast. Algero's great. AfterBuzz is so talk, so films. Are you something AfterBuzz too? Okay. And then Mel, which is so funny, Mel, because I'm surprised that you didn't know I left and just followed me over. You found me, recently. DJ. It's 16 is awesome. Congrats, 16, yes. DJ Richie Sky, blow up big. Yeah. Why? Yeah, he did that naked show. Not naked. What I call it? It's my friend Alec did it too. He did oh my god, it's Stripped. There's a show on Broadway called Stripped where they take everything away from you. You can only live with a certain amount of items, and every day you can add a new item. And it's about all the clutter we have in our lives. And DJ Richie Sky was naked at one point. It was like, he's hot. He is. Yeah, he's something else. But I'll tell you, he's somebody who he knows that he's hot. He knows he's hot. And he walks around that way a little bit. And I'll give it to him, like, as a black man in this business, you gotta do what you gotta do. And everything. But he's never been mean to me. Never mean, but he's been, I'm real with you guys. He's been a little aloof with me over the years. But I still support a black man trying to do his thing. I'll always support that. And so I'm curious to see where he goes with that. Brian it's not 8 o'clock. I know it's a little late for you East Coast fans. I'm sorry, but he's a busy executive producer. That's the only time we can do it. So it'll be on replay, of course, after that. The shirt I got on Amazon. I saw a variation of this shirt on a show called Trophy Wife. Trophy Wife was on ABC a few years ago. It was only 1 season. I loved that show. It was so good. I'm so pissed it was only 1 season. And one of the wives wore a shirt like this. And I thought, I love this shirt. So I got to get one. I arted. That's my favorite shirts. It's falling apart too. I got holes in it and stuff. I think it was a hole in here somewhere. It's happening. He sure did. Mel, he sure did. Tristan Rogers. Wasn't that funny? Tristan Rogers was almost Mad Max. When he started telling that story, I'm like, wait a minute, you got to tell this story. Like, what are you talking about? I love Tristan. He's great. So it's kind of funny. I was like, wait a minute, you got to tell that story. Yeah, I watched Chop. I saw my grand Susie, who Mel knows, of course. She used to love Chopped, all those shows. We used to watch them and talk about them. I kind of just fell out of watching them. After a while, they're all kind of, for me, they're kind of the same. I think some of these are, plus I started working in the business. So I know some production things. So it made it not as fun for me to watch. And so I just kind of stopped. But it was fun just kind of watching them for my show. That's kind of fun. Just for everybody. So it's 10:20. Oh my God, I keep talking, but it's 10:25. I have a show to record in a half hour, but I get myself ready for it. It's for you guys, of course. This was fun, you guys. This talk went a direction we've never done before on the show. And I really appreciate that. This was fun. This was a lot of fun. I can talk about music and play that forever. So thank you so much, everyone. Some shows are coming out today from me, or coming out tomorrow. New episode of The Email. Everybody have a great day. And it's like, I want to take a little time to enjoy the view. Just kidding. Everybody have a great day. And enjoy your own hair if you have it. I'll see you next time.